Frank Ocean seems like the kind of guy you would love to hang out and vibe with, right? He is chill, easygoing, and just has a great positive aura around him. But what if we told you all of that was a facade, and that there is a darker side to him that not many know of? Over the years, Frank has done things that not even the likes of Diddy, Suge Knight, and 50 Cent have dared to do. But he is such a media darling that he seems untouchable, and every negative story against him vanishes into thin air. Well, today, we break down why he is actually the real villain of the industry, and list all the horrible things he has done over his career.
Take the fade, bro.
Frank Ocean running.
That's all you gotta do.
Yo, Frank Ocean, what it do?
Take the fade, nigga.
Take the fade, what it do?
For real, you want more, bro. If you don't take the fade.
Well, with the Frank Ocean situation, I just put it like this. It's in the past. You know, some stuff went down, but it's whatever. It's not what people, you know, it's always a misconception.
Sensationalized.
Frank Ocean, a singer-songwriter and rapper hailing from New Orleans, Louisiana, has made waves in the realm of R&B with his distinctive style and boundary-pushing music. However, his journey in the industry has been marked by controversies and setbacks. Initially gaining recognition as a ghostwriter for notable artists such as John Legend, Brandy, and Justin Bieber, Ocean's early career was marred by struggles to establish himself as a solo artist. Despite his undeniable talent, he faced challenges breaking into the mainstream music scene. Joining the hip-hop collective Odd Future provided Ocean with a platform to showcase his talents, but it also thrust him into a controversial spotlight. While the group pushed boundaries with their radical content, Ocean's contributions added a layer of emotional depth that often clashed with the group's provocative image. In 2011, Ocean's breakout mixtape, Nostalgia Ultra, garnered attention for its innovative sound and introspective lyrics. However, his rise to fame was overshadowed by personal and professional challenges, including legal disputes and creative differences with his record label. Ocean's 2012 album, Channel Orange, received critical acclaim, but it was marred by controversies surrounding his S. In an open letter posted on his Tumblr account, Ocean addressed speculation about his S orientation, confirming rumors of his. While this move was celebrated as a bold step forward for LGBTQ+ representation in the hip-hop community, it also sparked backlash and scrutiny from some fans and critics. The sad truth about Frank Ocean is that he is unduly protected due to his ass. In 2012, Frank Ocean made headlines when he publicly disclosed his ass, a move that reverberated throughout the music industry. The revelation came after a journalist noted that several tracks on Ocean's highly anticipated album, Channel Orange, seemed to allude to a male love interest. Ocean took to his personal webpage to share a deeply personal account, recounting his first romance with a male friend and the heartache of unreciprocated affection. This momentous confession wasn't just about Ocean's personal journey, it challenged the status quo of R&B, an industry rife with homophobia. However, what many may not realize is that behind this facade of openness lies a darker truth about Frank Ocean. Despite the public perception of him as a groundbreaking figure in music, there are unsettling incidents that paint him in a more menacing light. One such instance occurred when Ocean reportedly visited Chris Brown's studio alone, allegedly with the intention of engaging in physical confrontation. This act of aggression isn't characteristic of the sweet, easygoing persona often associated with Ocean. Moreover, there are rumors and clips circulating online depicting Ocean being chased by members of Chris Brown's entourage, further fueling speculation about his involvement in potentially violent altercations. Additionally, Ocean has been known to issue threats to fellow rappers, creating an atmosphere of intimidation and fear within the music industry. His actions have led many to question his true nature and the extent of his influence. Furthermore, Ocean's public coming out, while initially celebrated as a groundbreaking moment, has also been used as a shield against criticism. Any dissenting voices or criticism directed towards Ocean are often dismissed as homophobia, effectively silencing legitimate concerns about his behavior. It's important to recognize that regardless of S orientation, individuals should be held accountable for their actions. While Ocean's disclosure undoubtedly contributed to greater visibility for LGBTQ artists, it does not absolve him of responsibility for his behavior. The incident between Frank Ocean and Chris Brown in 2013 outside a West Hollywood recording studio is one of the most notorious moments in Ocean's career, drawing attention to both his personal life and his interactions within the music industry. Reports emerged emerged of a physical altercation between the two musicians, with Ocean claiming he sustained injuries, including a cut finger, during the confrontation. "Got jumped by Chris and a couple guys," Ocean said on Twitter in 2 posts overnight. "Cut my finger, now I can't play W2 hands at the Grammys." The sequence of events leading up to the altercation paints a picture of escalating tensions between Ocean and Brown. According to accounts from Ocean himself and witnesses present at the scene, the altercation began when Ocean and his associates allegedly blocked Chris Brown from leaving the studio, claiming ownership of a parking spot. "This is my studio. This is my parking spot," Ocean reportedly said. The situation quickly escalated when Brown attempted to shake Ocean's hand, a gesture of goodwill that Ocean reportedly rebuffed, leading to a verbal exchange that turned physical. Eyewitness reports suggest that the confrontation turned violent when Brown allegedly punched Ocean, prompting a scuffle between the two artists and their respective entourages. Ocean's injuries, which included a cut finger and other minor wounds, required medical attention, further underscoring the severity of the incident. The altercation allegedly led to Chris Brown punching the victim, the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department said in a statement they released.
Yes, that is accurate. So Sunday night, last night, basically Chris Brown and Frank Ocean, it seems like they got into a fight outside of a studio here in LA. And you know what? It was all over a parking spot. So Chris's side is saying that Frank Ocean showed up and jumped him and his buddies over this parking spot, saying it was Frank Ocean's spot.
In the aftermath of the altercation, conflicting narratives emerged, with Ocean portraying himself as the victim of unprovoked aggression and Brown denying any wrongdoing. Ocean took to social media to share his account of the incident, alleging that he had been jumped by Brown and his associates and expressing frustration over the injuries he sustained. Despite Ocean's claims of victimhood, witness reports and evidence suggest a more nuanced understanding of the altercation. Some accounts suggested that Ocean and his associates had instigated the confrontation by blocking Brown's exit from the studio and refusing to yield the parking spot. Additionally, reports indicated that the altercation escalated when Ocean declined Brown's attempt at reconciliation, leading to a physical altercation between the two artists. In the days following the incident, law enforcement officials launched an investigation into the altercation, interviewing witnesses and gathering evidence to determine the sequence of events. Despite initial speculation that criminal charges might be filed against Brown, Ocean ultimately decided not to pursue legal action, citing a desire for sanity and opting to forego criminal charges or a civil lawsuit against Brown. After opening a misdemeanor battery investigation into the parking lot altercation between Frank Ocean and Chris Brown, authorities told MTV News that they have finished their inquiry. "We are closing the case," Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department spokesperson Steve Whitmore told MTV News. "We just have to loop back with Mr. Ocean to make sure what he said on social media is what he's intending." Ocean spoke to cops earlier and told officials he was desirous of prosecution in this incident. The incident between Frank Ocean and Chris Brown sparked widespread debate and scrutiny, with many questioning Ocean's motives and integrity in the aftermath of the altercation. Some observers accused Ocean of exploiting his ass to deflect blame and evade accountability for his role in the confrontation, while others criticized his decision not to pursue legal action against Brown, despite initially expressing a desire for prosecution. Ultimately, the incident between Ocean and Brown serves as a sobering reminder of the complexities of fame, identity politics, and accountability in the entertainment industry. It underscores the importance of critically examining narratives and considering multiple perspectives when evaluating high-profile conflicts and controversies. Conspiracy theorists have been abuzz with speculation surrounding 50 Cent's unexpected public support for Frank Ocean back in 2012, viewing it as a curious anomaly given 50's history of homophobia and brash demeanor. Known for his confrontational attitude and fearless approach to industry giants like Diddy, 50 Cent has never shied away from controversy or conflict. After all, he is a real gangster with ties to violent gangs. However, his decision to openly endorse Frank Ocean, despite his past homophobic remarks and aggressive persona, has raised eyebrows and fueled speculation about Ocean's perceived influence and power within the music industry. Some theorists suggest that Ocean possesses a mysterious and dark aura that dissuades even someone as fearless as 50 Cent from engaging in a potential feud. 50 Cent said he could care less about Ocean's personal preference in the bedroom. "People make choices. You can live your life your way. Anyone that has an issue with Frank Ocean is an idiot, 50 Cent told MTV UK. I think Frank Ocean is a talented artist. I think he's created material that made me know his name, that impressed me. The more successful that project is now, it's going to leave people in the position where they can actually say, look, I'm gay.
Cool, the Novocaine record was dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with Frank Ocean. I think if you have a problem with Frank Ocean, you should have had a problem with Luther Vandross. You should have had a problem with Kenny Green. You know, like, it's not the first time a male R&B artist, you know, chose alternative lifestyle. Yeah. It's the first time they said it for the first time a week before the release of the record.
Yeah.
Like, that was...
Now remember, this is the same guy who told Playboy in 2004 that he ain't into faggots. In the same interview, he went on to say, I don't like gay people around me because I'm not comfortable with what their thoughts are. I'm not prejudiced. I just don't go with gay people and kick it. But women who like women, that's cool. The same 50 Cent has frequently used homo-s as a basis for insults, peppering his lyrics with slurs and dismissing joint Kanye West-Lady Gaga concerts as the gay tour. Following the 2010 of 18-year-old Tyler Clementi, who was gay, 50 Cent tweeted, if you a man and you're over 25 and you don't eat pee, just yourself, damn it. The world will be a better place, LOL. Despite his reputation as a violent thug with backing from 50 Cent appeared to tread cautiously around Ocean, refraining from any public confrontation or criticism. This unexpected show of restraint has led some to question what secrets Ocean may hold and what leverage he might possess to deter someone as notoriously fearless as 50 Cent. Theorists speculate that Ocean's connections or influence within the industry may extend far beyond what meets the eye, allowing him to command respect and deference from even the most formidable figures. Some even suggest that Ocean's rise to prominence may be linked to darker forces at play, prompting speculation about his involvement in clandestine dealings or alliances. In the eyes of conspiracy theorists, the fact that 50 Cent, a notorious provocateur, refrained from engaging in a feud with Ocean speaks volumes about the latter's perceived power and influence. As speculation runs rampant, questions linger about what secrets Frank Ocean may be harboring and what implications his rise to fame may hold for the future of the music industry. But this wasn't the end of Frank's antics in the industry. This was just the beginning and a sign for what was to come. Frank Ocean's ongoing feud with the Grammy Awards has taken so many new turns over the years. Back in the day, he retaliated against producers Ken Ehrlich and David Wild's criticisms of his 2013 Grammy performance. While Ehrlich and Wild bluntly labeled Ocean's performance as absolute and advised against his approach, Ocean responded in typical fashion, resorting to a public tirade on his Tumblr. Frank Ocean's ongoing feud with the Grammy Awards simmered with bitterness as the musician lashed out at the show's producers in response to their recent criticisms. Despite his undeniable talent, many people online are of the belief that Ocean's decision to boycott the Grammys and withhold his albums Blonde and Endless from consideration reeks of pettiness and entitlement. In a petty and self-indulgent rant on his Tumblr, Ocean dismissed his own lackluster 2013 Grammy performance, choosing to blame technical difficulties rather than take responsibility for his own shortcomings. His refusal to acknowledge his own faults and instead lash out at others reflects a troubling pattern of deflection and blame shifting, according to his critics. In a display of petulance, Ocean acknowledged the flaws of his 2013 performance, but deflected blame, vehemently denying that it influenced his decision to boycott the Grammys the next year. Instead of addressing his own shortcomings, Ocean directed his anger towards the Grammy selection process, particularly condemning their choice of Taylor Swift's 1,989 inches over Kendrick Lamar's To Pimp a Butterfly for Album of the Year. Don't you think I would have wanted to play the show to redeem myself if I felt that way? In reality, I actually wanted to participate in honoring Prince on the show, but then I figured my best tribute to that man's legacy would be to continue to be myself out here and to be successful. Winning a TV award doesn't christen me successful. I am young, black, gifted, and independent. Then Ocean dug into the Grammys with full force. You know what's really not great TV, guys? 1989 getting Album of the Year over To Pimp a Butterfly. Hands down one of the most faulty TV moments I've seen. Believe the people. Believe the ones who'd rather watch select performances from your program on YouTube the day after because your show puts them to sleep. Use the old gramophone to actually listen, bro. I'm one of the best alive. And if you're up for a discussion about the cultural bias and general nerve damage the show you produce suffers from, then I'm all for it. Now, fans have a lot to say about this. According to them, by publicly airing his grievances and attacking the integrity of the Grammy Awards, Ocean comes across as immature and ungrateful, unable to accept that his work may not always receive the recognition he believes it deserves. His insistence on playing the victim and painting himself as for artistic integrity smacks of narcissism and entitlement. Even though there is no evidence to suggest this, many believe that Ocean's refusal to participate in the Grammy process, coupled with his deliberate exclusion of his own albums from consideration, smacks of sour grapes and a sense of entitlement. Rather than accepting the reality of his situation, Ocean opts to sulk on the sidelines, casting himself as a victim of the industry's perceived biases. Whether that is true or not, it sure doesn't look good for him. Despite his claims of artistic integrity, the internet has gone crazy, saying that Ocean's decision to forego participation in a Prince tribute at the Grammys rings hollow, appearing more like a petty attempt to garner attention than a genuine tribute to the late music icon's legacy. In the end, fans think that Ocean's actions come across as self-serving and hypocritical, as he positions himself as a champion of diversity and integrity while simultaneously shunning the very institution that has afforded him fame and recognition. His public feud with the Grammys reflects a broader trend of entitlement and narcissism in the music industry, highlighting the need for greater humility and accountability among artists. In the end, Ocean's decision to boycott the Grammys may do more harm to his own reputation than to the institution itself. By burning bridges and alienating industry insiders, he risks isolating himself from the very support network that helped propel him to fame in the first place. And we haven't even touched on his with the other artists within the industry yet. Grammys aren't the only ones Frank has beef with. He is infamous for start fights with other musicians and put them down. It's not confirmed, but all evidence points towards it. In 2015, the alt R&B scene found itself unexpectedly embroiled in a brewing feud, courtesy of Miguel's controversial remarks about Frank Ocean. In an interview with the Sunday Times, Miguel didn't mince words when discussing his relationship with Ocean, whom he famously lost a Grammy to in 2013. He made it clear that he didn't consider them friends and boldly asserted his belief that he creates superior music in every aspect. Miguel's audacious comments shocked social media, quickly becoming a trending topic on Twitter and reigniting a simmering rivalry between the two singers. While some fans rallied behind #TMiguel, others were reminded of Ocean's ability to silence critics without ever entering the proverbial ring.
Miguel versus Frank Ocean. So, I mean, it's not really a verse. Miguel basically commented about Frank Ocean. He came out to say that they aren't exactly friends, and when it comes to art, he feels like, I believe I make better music all the way around. Twitter took to that and was like, what the hell? And they started penning them against each other.
Indeed, Miguel's brazen challenge to Ocean's musical prowess may have stirred the pot, but according to fans, Ocean considered himself so high and mighty that he didn't even bother responding to Miguel. This, according to them, was the same pattern that he displayed in his with the Grammys. Then there was the famous Travis Scott beef in 2018. Frank Ocean tried quashing rumors of a simmering feud with Travis Scott before they even gained traction, but the damage had already been done by then. A report by TMZ suggested that Ocean had taken legal action against Scott, demanding to be removed from the track Carousel on Scott's highly praised album Astroworld. TMZ claimed Ocean was pissed over alterations made to his vocals, yet Scott remained unyielding to his demands.
Also, this Frank Ocean Travis Scott beef that you're gonna see is because Frank Ocean is upset. He wants Travis Scott to remove him from his album because I guess some of his vocals were tweaked. They added some kind of auto-tune and he's not happy with it.
I would just like to say that this is one beef I'm not concerned about.
You don't think this will escalate?
Nope.
No goons?
Nope. I am confident that Frank and Travis ends with, I mean, it could end with an ugly scrap.
Yo.
Like arms flailing, the two of them, like, just, it looks terrible. That could happen. but I'm pretty sure this stays out of the street.
However, Ocean, being as sly and cunning as he is, swiftly addressed the situation on Tumblr, refuting TMZ's claims. He clarified that he had endorsed the track before its release and hinted that the disagreement, which was settled weeks ago, revolved around LGBTQ issues rather than musical preferences. "I think the song sounds cool," Ocean wrote. "I did it in like 20 minutes. And the mix sounds the way Travis wanted it to sound for his record. I also approved it before it came out, so the cease and desist wasn't about. It was about. Me and Travis resolved it amongst ourselves weeks ago." In an attempt to further dispel the rumors, Scott posted a photo of Ocean's merchandise on Instagram, referring to him as family and expressing gratitude for his mentorship and inspiration. Yet, despite their apparent reconciliation, Ocean's handling of the situation has left a bitter aftertaste, casting doubt on his intentions and stirring speculation about the true nature of their dispute. This is how the fans reacted to all of this. Another day, another example of Ocean trying to hide behind the LGBTQ flag and getting away with it. Even though it was him who started off the feud with Travis over absolutely nothing but a small, petty issue, he later made it into something huge, and then, when he received backlash for it, he recanted his statement and made it about gay rights. Now comes his biggest and perhaps darkest controversy. Before Frank Ocean's ascent to stardom, he was Lonnie, a songwriter quietly crafting hits for some of the biggest names in the music industry, including Beyoncé and Justin Bieber. Despite finding success behind the scenes, Ocean harbored ambitions of stepping into the spotlight and creating music under his own name. His journey to solo artist status began with a pivotal decision to join Tyler, the creator's avant-garde collective, Odd Future. This move provided Ocean with a platform to showcase his talents and ultimately caught the attention of Def Jam Recordings, leading to a coveted record deal. However, despite signing with one of the industry's major labels, Ocean faced resistance from Def Jam, who failed to fully believe in his potential as an artist. Undeterred by the label's lack of confidence, Ocean took matters into his own hands and independently released his mixtape, Nostalgia Ultra. The project received widespread acclaim, serving as a testament to Ocean's talent and setting the stage for his emergence as a solo artist. It wasn't long before Def Jam begrudgingly threw their support behind him, recognizing the undeniable appeal of Ocean's music. Ocean's collaboration with rap titans Jay-Z and Kanye West on Watch the Throne further solidified his status as a rising star in the industry. However, it was his solo endeavors that truly showcased his artistry and captivated audiences worldwide. The release of tracks like Novocaine and Thinking About You garnered widespread praise, building anticipation for his debut studio album. Channel Orange marked Ocean's official entry into the mainstream music scene, earning critical acclaim and commercial success. Yet behind the scenes, tensions simmered between Ocean and Def Jam, foreshadowing a tumultuous relationship that would soon unravel. The release of Ocean's sophomore album, Boys Don't Cry, was met with delays and complications, sparking rumors of discord between the artist and his label. Speculation ran rampant that Apple Music intervened, potentially paying off Def Jam to secure Ocean's rights and facilitate his transition to independence. In a strategic move to fulfill his contractual obligations, Ocean released Endless, a visual album accompanied by a 140-minute live stream. The project, sponsored by Apple Music, served as a prelude to Ocean's grand unveiling of Blonde, his highly anticipated follow-up album. Blonde debuted to critical acclaim and commercial success, propelling Ocean to new heights of fame and fortune. Rumors swirled about lucrative deals struck between Ocean and Apple Music, further fueling speculation about the artist's motives and methods in navigating the music industry.
He had a deal, and he didn't put out an album in 4 years. And with his deal, he literally figured out how to get $20 million from Lucien Grange, drop his deal, figure out how to make the funds apply to a whole nother album, give him a album, get out his deal all in one round.
While Ocean's rise to prominence may be viewed as a triumph of talent and determination, it also paints a picture of manipulation and betrayal. The story of how he maneuvered his way out of his Def Jam contract, leaving the label out of pocket while securing massive profits for himself, raises serious questions about his ethics and loyalty. Fans and industry insiders are left to wonder if Ocean's artistic journey is truly a testament to his creative genius or a masterclass in exploitation and deceit. Frank Ocean's much-anticipated return to the stage at Coachella after a 7-year hiatus quickly turned into a debacle that left many fans feeling let down and frustrated. Despite months of anticipation and years of longing for his headlining performance at the prestigious festival, Ocean's show was marred by a series of missteps and disappointments that left concertgoers distressed and disheartened.
Festival in the desert that Pedro and I are too old to go to. Wrapped up first weekend last night. Sunday's headliner was the hugely anticipated Frank Ocean, who was back on stage for the first time in...
From the outset, it was evident that something was amiss. Despite delivering strong performances and closing with a soulful cover, the overall energy of Ocean's set was lackluster, with an inexplicable pacing that left fans bewildered. The addition of a seemingly random DJ set further disrupted the flow of the performance, leading many to believe that Ocean's set had concluded prematurely. To make matters worse, the elaborate stage production that was planned, rehearsed, and ready to go was abruptly scrapped at the last minute, leaving organizers scrambling to dismantle the setup and make hasty adjustments. Conflicting reports emerged about the reasons behind the sudden change, with some attributing it to Ocean's last-minute decision, while others cited an ankle injury sustained by the singer during rehearsals. Regardless of the cause, the end result was a disjointed and chaotic performance that failed to live up to the expectations of fans who had eagerly awaited Ocean's return to the stage. The decision not to live-stream the performance further added to the disappointment, leaving those unable to attend the festival unable to witness Ocean's comeback firsthand. In the aftermath of the debacle, questions remain unanswered about the circumstances surrounding the last-minute changes and the overall planning and execution of Ocean's Coachella performance. While some may seek to rationalize or defend the missteps, the undeniable reality is that Ocean's failure to deliver a seamless and memorable performance reflects poorly on his commitment to his fans and his professionalism as an artist. In conclusion, Frank Ocean's journey in the music industry has been marked by both triumphs and controversies, shaping his reputation as an artist known for pushing boundaries and challenging conventions. From his early days as a songwriter to his emergence as a solo artist, Ocean has faced scrutiny and criticism, often finding himself embroiled in controversies that have overshadowed his musical achievements. From his tumultuous relationships with record labels to his highly publicized feuds with fellow artists, Ocean has been no stranger to controversy. Whether it's his decision to boycott award shows, his contentious interactions with industry insiders, or his polarizing performances at major festivals, Ocean's career has been punctuated by moments of drama and discord. That's all for the video, folks. Thanks for watching.